Hi everyone, this is Hassan Jaffer with analysis of the famous seer Nostradamus. He was actually a physician and also an astrologer. I was never impressed by his doomsday prophecies, even though some of them were quite interesting. But unfortunately, he only saw nothing but disasters. Now, did Nostradamus have special powers? Was he a fraud, or Nostradamus' predictions a conspiracy? And have people manipulated his work to suit their own purposes? So my analysis, based on his natal chart and his transits, he was deeply spiritual and also cared for the poor and the needy. He had a grand trine in water signs. The water sensitivity and Earth's practicality is always a nurturing combination. But his Scorpio and Capricorn planets, there's a materialistic aspect and the need for power, made him like a corporate psychic who selected kings and not the poor. And he focused on natural disasters and the reversal of fortunes of those in power. Moon in Scorpio gave him this passion for research, mysteries of life, and prophetic insights, but more into upheavals than positive events. He came from a spiritual family also, and had a deep faith in God, and it does give this visionary powers. Now, Scorpio in the ninth indicates the religious authorities being his enemies, and he saw his own nanny being burned to the stake when he was only a teenager. The Capricorn and Scorpio themes of power and death, misuse of power, tyrants, dictators, and revolutions, they dominate his predictions. And that's the reason, I'm sure. He also had a Mars opposition Neptune, which is wrong hunches and acting upon them, and is constantly reflected in his prophecies, including intrigue and backstabbing and fraud and nightmares, danger through poison, betrayal. Nostradamus had a Mars conjunct Saturn and wrote a lot about events involving fire and sharp objects, which is exactly Mars-Saturn. So it's an aspect of major authority conflicts and often leading to heart problems and migraine headaches and temper and flying off the handle. So my conclusion is that he had a benign tumor which touched parts of the brain connecting cosmic consciousness or related to the paranormal phenomena. And there are certain parts of the brain, when stimulated by an external probe or an internal tumor, can make you remember the past and communicate with people who have long passed away. And I'm quite sure this benign tumor made him lash out with his quatrains whenever he had bouts of temper or headaches. And it doesn't mean that he didn't have any psychic ability, but merely that his visions were colored by the moon in Scorpio, Mars conjunct Saturn, the authority conflicts and temper in the 5th house, his children and his 2 sons and wife died of plague. In other words, the doomsday prophecies of Nostradamus are almost a pure reflection of his own chart. But his chart reminds me of an angry preacher who, powerless to change the system, gets even with everyone by talking about God's wrath. His morbid fascination with the mysterious elements of gloom and doom, being the burning meteorites and devastating fires and hail and storm and lightning he experienced in his head. But it's possible that some of these events touched the cosmic consciousness and became uncannily accurate. It's unfortunate, though, that there was hardly any positive event foretold by the great seer. And the tabloids, of course, have big business and capitalize on doomsday prophecies by playing on the insecurities and phobias of the masses. The doomsday prophecies hardly changed from one to the other and were not time-related. He was talking about the same themes with slight changes over and over again. Now, if you want to find out when your timing is for accident configuration for the freak accidents, when you get windfalls, visit astrotrends.net or call 1-800-380-6121. This is astrologer Hassan Jaffer.